Well, here we are, September 2nd, a week after our last gold cleanup, and boys, we might be in a little bit of trouble. It took us an entire week to get us a replacement rock truck. We just picked it up, we're headed back to the mine site right now, and as soon as we get there, I'll show you guys what we got, because I'm pretty stoked about it. Boys, this is our brand new John Deere 460E. We bought it, no lease, bought it brand new out of the box for a grand total of $775,000. We had to sell the $750 to get this, but I figured we needed this way more than we needed the $750 because it took me a week just using the front end loader to get this stockpile right here. Luckily, Hank had this on the way for his stock for next year, so we lucked out on that one, and this should do a pretty good job for us. Also, this past week while we were down, I spent quite a bit of time in a dozer making us a better ramp down here into the cut. So we got that going for us now. But it is, like I said, the 2nd of September. This place literally could freeze any day now. So we have to make sure that that wash plant is running 24/7. Because once she freezes up, we're out of here. And we have a crap load of pay dirt to get through. So let's get this truck moved out of the way and we will get right into it. How about it? We're just gonna park this right here. Go hop in the loader. Everything's all fueled up, ready to go. Wash plant is running. We got water. Let's get to work, boys. Now, assuming we don't have any breakdowns, we should be able to get this pay dirt run. As long as we stay on top of our maintenance, we should be able to finish this season out, get a nice gold bonus for the boys, nice little nest egg for us to go home with, go down to the Bahamas or Mexico or wherever's nice and warm for the winter, get a little bit of R&R and come back and absolutely destroy the Yukon. Or it's going to destroy us. One of the two things is going to happen. I don't know what. I'm hoping on the first one, but I'm not counting out the second one. Really excited to see how that 460 runs. I know it's going to be quite a bit underpowered from what we have with that 605, but it still should be able to move plenty of pay dirt. Run over here, get a scoop of tailings, get these taken care of, and we are definitely running out of room over here. While we were down this week, I was going to come over and take care of these tailings, but I figured maybe a better idea was to start getting our stockpile just in case this machine didn't show up for a little while. Which it definitely took its time, but I thought our time in the loader was more well served getting pay up here to the plant, building the stockpile, than it was selling those tailings. But I definitely think at the end of this shift, before the night shift starts, we are definitely going to need to give the old front end loader a wash off, because this thing is absolutely filthy. The amount of diesel fuel that I burned through running this loader back and forth between the cut and the pay pile was absolutely astounding. We almost need to go back to the pipeline and get more diesel. Well, it's about that time. We'll get rid of our tailings here, run over, give this loader a wash. I can barely even see out this dang windshield. Frick, I left the plant running. Hate it when I do that. Give this old girl a little spray off right quick. We got her looking just like new, minus the scratches and the dents and the missing paint, you know, but she's ready for the night shift. I think I'm just gonna leave her running and go tell the boys that it's ready for them. Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to show you guys is Dale got the old 7.3 running. It's amazing what a man can do when he has nothing but downtime. Well, it's 2:58 in the morning. I wake up because I hear the plant shut off and a bunch of screaming and yelling. Holy Hannah, what in the actual is this? I'm gonna go climb up to the top here and see what's going on. Boys, we are up creek without a paddle. That's not good at all. The bottom of the shaker deck is completely buried. You should be able to see through that. And all I see is pay dirt. I'm gonna have to go wake Dale up. He ain't gonna be happy. Well, boys, here's where we're at. The bottom shaker deck blew out. dropped down into the hopper, broke all the holding tabs on the bottom of the shaker box, broke almost all of our shaker deck grates, and just started dumping pay dirt down here into the sluice boxes. That's why we have pay dirt down here. We got to get all new shaker screens. I've got to go try to find some welding leads that are long enough to get up there into the box. And we're going to try to get this repaired in the next couple of days, but it ain't looking good. So it's probably going to be at least another couple of days before we get this taken care of. And to get back into a position where we can be washing rocks again. So I'm going to go back up to the trailer, make a couple of phone calls, and see what we can get going on here. But there's only going to be one solution to this problem of losing time, and that is to spend more money to make up for it. So 3 days later, and we got her all buttoned up. And I've got a surprise for you guys. Holy dick! I had to go get a loan for $1.8 million for this bad boy. And it was another $57,000 in materials and grates, and I went looking for welding leads that were long enough to get up in there and ended up hiring someone to do it anyway. So all said and done, $1,857,000 later, we can finally run this pay dirt. Oh yeah, and another $750,000. God, this is my most expensive video yet. Well, while we let that warm up, we better come over here and fire up the plant. Oh, we got to put diesel in this thing first. You would think after spending $2 million on a piece of equipment, they would give it to you with a full tank of fuel. But no, we got to put our own fuel in it. Just another 100 gallons of diesel. No big deal, boys. I own a gold mine. I can afford it. So we are definitely not going to sell the 990. I think my days of selling equipment are over. We're definitely going to be keeping stuff around as a spare. I think Dale's out of there. All right. That truck's in the way. Dale, move your truck. All right, do we have water? This fucking truck. So this bucket is 10 yards bigger than the 990. And if you add up, oh Jesus, we just hit the damn hopper. Son of a gun. Yeah, it's okay. If you add up 10 yards for every bucket, that's definitely gonna add up quick. This friggin' loader is huge. I wanted to get one of those 992s like what we saw up in the Yukon, but they're like $2.73 million, and it was an absolute stretch to get the bank to loan me 1.8. But it sure is nice having this equipment. We're finally in a position to where we can buy brand new stuff, know that it's not going to break down, and know that it's ours. After a couple of gold cleanups, we should be able to pay this off. The loan's for 5 years, but we should have her paid off by the end of the year. This is going so much faster. I mean, it's basically like the difference between the 750 and the 950 excavators that we have. Well, we had the 750. It's gone. But I mean, we're getting to the point now to where we're having to spend so much money to catch up on all of the time that we lost that it really is, at this point, if we don't make it to the end of the year, we will go bankrupt. And I have people relying on me now. I got the boys, you know? The boys have already committed to go to the Yukon with me next season, and I'm really just hoping there is a next season at this point, because it's going to cost a ton of money to get our equipment up there. So far, we've been running this new loader for about, how long we've been running this? 5 hours, 5.5 hours, and we're almost out of pay dirt. So as a matter of fact, what I think I'm going to do now is I'm going to park this thing and make sure that the boys have pay dirt to run tonight, because they're going to be absolutely flying through pay. If friggin' Dale won't move his truck, dude, I will. All right, let's run down and start loading that truck. Got about 2.5 hours until Quaid and Wild Bill start their night shift, so we should be able to get them a little bit of pay dirt. Oh, I'm stoked to be running this new truck. This is going to be nice. This is going to be really nice. I think I'm going to be able to reach that. I'm not. That should work out great right there. What do you say? So it's about the same capacity as the 605. Little less than 1.5 scoops. Sure does dump good. The only thing I don't like about this is it has def. But we might be able to take care of that, if you know what I mean. But we're going to wait until the warranty's up. I'm not going to go hacking into stuff. Well, still under warranty. And if the EPA's watching, we're definitely not doing that. Man, the sun goes down quick in the fall, dude. So I think what we'll do is we'll have them continue to keep stockpiling because it's not supposed to get cold enough to freeze for at least another week. So until then, we'll just keep doing what we're doing. I've about had enough of this shit. I'm going to bed. We are taking care of these tailings real quick. Oh, don't go into the pond. Holy crap, Charles. The boys were working hard last night. They got us a nice little pay pile here. It's the end of the week. We're gonna run the rest of this pay dirt, do a cleanup, see how much trouble we're in. We need to throw a splash of fuel in this thing. They were running the loader all last night, and she is out of fuel. I just can't even believe how much they were able to get done last night. That's incredible. I guess one guy was down loading the truck, would come up, hurry and dump it at the front of the pile here. The other guy was in the loader stacking the pile up so they didn't have to back up onto the pile, worry about tipping over. They just hauled ass, dumped it, stacked it, got down for another load. So we are going to get everything fired up here and run the rest of this pay, see if we can recover some of that money we spent this week. Man, I'm really going to need to pay these guys more next season. They keep doing work like this, I'm gonna have to pay them more. They're gonna leave and go somewhere else. This is probably the most monotonous work that you could ever imagine doing. But if you think about money just falling out of this bucket into the hopper, definitely helps you cope with how bored you are. But like I've said previously, exciting shit is usually bad shit, and we don't want any of that shit. Well, the water pump ran out of fuel, so gotta fix that. Friggin' idiot. Well, we better get the old girl fueled. Oh, we've only got about 3,500 gallons of diesel left. That's not much diesel. And I forgot to turn everything back on. I'm just gonna hope water's going because I'm not going to check it. There's only one thing this loader doesn't do well, and that's scrape the dirt off the ground. Kind of struggling. We just plow into the pay pile up high, it goes right through it like butter, but all them teeth down there at the bottom, it does not like to scrape, that's for sure. We got our last bucket of pay going into the hopper. We'll let this run through, shut her down, and do a cleanup. We've actually kind of got a bit of a problem here. We are running through pay dirt faster than we can get it up here, so that might be a little bit problematic, but I guess as far as problems go, that's a good one to have. I'll get this all into buckets and we'll see how much we got. We gotta have a good cleanup this time. It just has to happen. If it doesn't, we're in trouble. If we don't have a good... We ran a ton of dirt only because we have a massive loader and a massive excavator. But we were down for 3 days and we still ran probably more dirt than we ran last week, which is insane. If we can... Damn it, that damn rock. If we can get a full weekend, boys, with our new equipment, it's gonna be stupid how much gold we get. Well, I got all of it loaded here into the gold jig. We're gonna let this run. I'm gonna hang out here all night, make sure everything goes smoothly, and I'll check back in with you guys in the morning as soon as I get it all cleaned up and put into bottles. Well, I ain't gonna complain about that. 464 ounces, which is absolutely insane considering we were down for 3 days. So not gonna complain at all about that. It's only 4:30 in the morning. I'm gonna go sleep for a couple hours, come back, get the gold, and then we will go sell it. So I got me a nice little nap in. We'll go get this gold sold and then do it all over again. How about it? Man, I heard it raining last night. Well, this morning, you could hear raindrops beating the piss out of my camper, dude. Look at these puddles. It must have been really coming down. Damn, that's a lot of water. Man, I'm all over the road. Maybe I should have slept a little longer. All right, let's see what we got. What is that, 1.1 million? I had to take it in there in 2 different trips, so not gonna complain about $1 million week, boys. I just don't ever want to spend that much money in 1 week ever again. So that puts us at 3,002 ounces on the season. I never in my wildest dreams thought that this was gonna turn into what we're doing right now when I started this at the first of the year. It's just absolutely insane. It's It's incredible. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like and the sub button. You guys are awesome. You're legends. I appreciate you guys for watching. I will catch you guys on the next one.